Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing tonight? Okay. Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing? Okay, guys, so before we jump into these readings tonight, I am going to do my usual spiel. Y'all have seen me before, you know how this goes. If y'all are new, then you're about to learn. So, um, first off, I'm going to introduce myself, and then we're going to talk about how you guys can get a reading, how you go about getting a reading, and then we'll jump into the readings. So for anybody who is new to my channel or my page, new to watching my lives, welcome, welcome. My name is Becky. I am the co-owner of Mystical Essence. I do tarot card readings, oracle card readings, astrology readings, and spiritual mentoring. I have been doing tarot readings for about 5 years, give or take. I am horrible with time. So it's been 5 years, give or take. So I first started off doing readings for myself as a form of self-development, a way to grow in my own and develop myself, learn more about myself. And then it kind of spread into other directions. I started reading for friends, I started reading for family, and then it led into reading for all of you guys, creating this page, and eventually starting my own business doing it, which was pretty awesome. So, if you're following me or you're on tonight, here is how you can get a reading. So, first things first, you can get a reading through purchasing a reading using the link in the pinned comment. Okay. So, if you're on Facebook or YouTube, there is a link to an Etsy. If there's an Etsy link in the pinned comment, that takes you over to a section in my Etsy shop, okay? All of those listings are I can do live. So there's a choice for you guys. I wanted to make it so that there's choices. So you just select the one you want and then we go from there. Okay. Once I get your payment, I do your reading. Once I get, yeah. Okay. So paid readings are guaranteed to get done tonight, and you can ask any question or ask about any topic you guys want. I do not do health, pregnancy, or legal questions. So those are the three topics I can't read on, but any other topic I can. If you would like a free reading, just comment your name and I will read who I'm drawn to. So free readings are not totally guaranteed. If I'm pulled to you or drawn to you, I will read for you, and those are just general readings. So whatever comes through the cards, whatever spirit wants you to know. Okay. So if you get a free reading and you would like a longer reading or you want to know about something different that I did not pick up on in the reading, you can purchase a reading through the link in the pinned comment. The purchased readings are anywhere from $5 to $20. It depends on what you can afford, okay? For tarot readings. There is also an option for pendulum readings, which are yes/no questions, and that's like $2. So I do ask that you use your manners, guys. Be polite. Anybody being disrespectful or rude will be blocked. And if you get a reply to your comment or an inbox or a friend's request on Facebook, offering readings, these are scams. So please, please block them. Do not give them any money. Do not do not, okay? I don't want to see anybody get scammed out of money. There are a lot of fake pages as well going around. I've had a few come up where they have taken my photo from my page and tried to pretend to be me. So please don't fall for it. Tiffany, awesome. Jason, they're between $5 to $20. So it's really just based on what you guys can afford. I was trying to make it like a sliding scale. So it was my attempt at a sliding scale. The best that Etsy would let me do it anyways. So, guys, we do have two decks that came out to play tonight. I'm going to say play. So we have the Magical Spell Cards deck. And this deck I don't read with often, so it's going to be interesting to read with this deck. And then we also have the Art History Tarot for past lives as well. Okay. I'm going to be using the past life deck just like a regular deck. But that was the deck that wanted to come out, so that's the deck I'm using. All of my things are all over the place. Thunderstorms tomorrow. I'm glad I don't have to go out. Okay, Tiffany. Perfect. I just seen your payment come through. Okay. So let's throw this back a bit. So Tiffany, you want some guidance on what to do next steps with your health. What guidance do you have? Tiffany. Guidance do you have for Tiffany when it comes to oh. Okay, let's see what else comes up. Okay, Eight of Cups reversed. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can pull some Oracle cards for you, Tiffany, and see if there's anything. Next steps. Next steps. Next steps. Awesome, Jason. Perfect. I will grab yours next. My ear's a little funny today. Am I gonna get any cards? I forgot these cards don't like to jump out. That's why I don't use these cards a lot. Okay, I need. Okay. Oh. Well, that makes more sense. Okay. So what's coming up, Tiffany? Hand. Okay, I'll show you these cards. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we have the Ten of Wands coming up reversed. We have the Four of Pentacles coming up reversed. We have the Nine of Swords coming up upright. We have the Magician card coming up reversed. We have the Eight of Swords with the Hierophant card coming up. We have the Friendship card, which is the Three of Cups. And then we have the Eight of Cups reversed on the bottom of the deck. The Oracle cards that came out were Safe Home was reversed. Confidence was reversed. Abundance was reversed. And then Healing was upright. So what I'm getting from these cards, I feel like your next steps would be to get out of the house if possible. I know you said you're currently out and you're currently, but I feel like, is it possible for you to move right now? Because I feel like that's essentially what they're saying. So with the Ten of Wands reversed is saying that this isn't really, it's time to, I'm going to say it's time to dump the burden, okay? And that may be making him leave or dumping the house altogether. But I don't know if that's a possibility. So if it's not a possibility to dump the house, you might have to like literally force him to leave if you do not want him there. But there is this energy of dumping something, getting rid of something, whether it's him or the house. The Four of Pentacles is the same thing, saying don't stick there, okay? When Four of Pentacles is reversed, it's okay, so upright is security, right? And I keep saying, like, just, I keep hearing, don't stay there, don't stay there, don't stay there, don't stay there. This, yeah. The Nine of Swords says it's just a lot of anxiety and added stress that you don't need. So if you can move or stay somewhere else, that might be a better solution. Especially with the Three of Cups coming up, this could be a friend or even a family member in terms of, like I said, I feel like it's just somebody who kind of can support you. We do have the Magician card coming up reversed as well. I don't know if the situation with him is going to improve, and that's probably why they're saying just walk away. Um, the Eight of Swords with the Hierophant, yeah. The Eight of Swords talks about entrapment and needing to break cycles, needing to get out of your own head sometimes. Um, I just don't feel like there's anything good for you to go back to either. And that's why they're kind of saying stay out. We also have the safe home card coming up reversed. It may not even be safe for you to go back. So that's the first thing you want to make sure that it's going to be safe to go back. But I also feel like, going back there is just going to lower your confidence. It's going to block any abundance coming in. It's not going to bring the new starts that you want. Um, so it might involve like moving away somewhere or staying with someone until you can find another place to stay. Um, I do feel like you have to there's a lot of healing that has to be done around this situation as well. That is going to take time. And I feel like they're like, if there's any chance of reconciliation, which is totally up to you, and they're saying that's kind of up in the air, but they're just throwing this out there that there needs to be some healing done on a personal level first before you can go back and reconcile things. And they could be saying to not to go back too because of, if you're still hurt or he's still hurt or whoever's still hurt, right? If there's still feelings of hurt there, it could just bleed over and it could end up in a big fight or a big argument. I'm just saying that it's probably not the best move to go back right now. And I would suggest with these cards of staying with friends or family for as long as possible. Um, and either looking into getting a new place or having him move out. Does that make sense? But the cards are just screaming, leave. Leave, 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 which I know when you have a house, sometimes it's not that simple, but and that could be the thinking that kind of needs to be overcome too. Yeah, I would sell it. If you can sell it, I would look at selling it because this whole thing screams don't go back. Like the Ten of Wands is like reversed, dump it. To the Four of Pentacles, dump it. It's just a whole lot of hassle you don't need. So I would suggest selling it and leaving it and moving on. Hello, Pam. You didn't want to go back? Well, if you didn't want to go back, then these cards are just saying, then just sell the place. Um, just sell it, get rid of it, be free of it because I don't think going back's the best idea anyways. And I think obviously you're connected to that because you're like, I don't want to go back. But with the safe home, I definitely wouldn't. Um, they did the The Eight of Cups was on the bottom of the deck reversed, so that can represent not wanting to walk away or leave. So it could, but the Eight of Cups typically doesn't necessarily mean not wanting to leave the house as much as the relationship, because cups deal more with emotional stuff. However, it could be a matter of he doesn't want to leave the house because he has an emotional attachment to the house as well, or some sort of hopes that maybe if you're attached to it, you'll come back. I don't know. There could be an emotional factor playing into why he doesn't want to leave. I do see that there might be a little bit of trouble. Sorry, that was the Three of Cups. Where did my Eight of Cups go? There might be a little bit of trouble in terms of leaving. That's the Eight of Cups, the abandonment card. But I do see underneath of this that, there's the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is prison. So I'm seeing that, if he doesn't want to leave, then you might have to forcefully remove him or have police come in and remove him if that's possible. Possible. But if you stick to your guns, you should be okay. I know, not necessarily the answer you want to hear, but um sometimes we gotta fight for things. Sometimes we just gotta fight. Aw. Well, you know what? That's probably why spirits like just dump it and walk away. The Nine of Swords did come up, which is the nightmare card. Like you said, it's a nightmare, and they're like, just walk away from it, cut your ties. I mean, if he doesn't really want to leave and you don't want to argue with him, I would just leave the house altogether and just say, have fun with it and leave it with him. You know? Bye-bye, you can't make me come back. I'm gonna move on to someplace else. Okay, Jason. That would be the but those are your two options, my dear, is either sell the house or leave the house with him and cut your losses and walk away altogether. See about getting your name taken off or whatever you need to do to kind of separate yourself from the house. Jason. Okay, if you guys are wanting a reading, there's a link in the pinned comments to purchase one. They are anywhere between $5 and $20, depending on which ones you want. The whole section that it takes you to in my Etsy is all readings I can do live tonight for you guys. So as soon as I get the payment, I can do your readings. What's a spirit mean, Jason? Okay, the Traveler, the Knight of Wands. Whoa, spirit has for Jason. You're welcome. Oh, okay. What's on the bottom here? Four cups. Why am I getting a lot of the same? Okay, so Jason, what I've got for you, we've got the Traveler card, which is the Knight of Wands reversed. We have the Abandonment card, which is the Eight of Cups. We have the Rational Man, which is the King of Swords. The Indigenous Man, which is the King of Pentacles. Both of those are reversed. Then we have the 16th Century, which is the Eight of Wands. And Safe Home came up reversed. And the Four of Cups is reversed on the bottom, which is the Apathy card. I feel like you need to not be afraid to take chances. They want you to stop playing it so safe and stop holding yourself, because I feel like playing it safe with you, like being erring on the side of caution. I'm not going to say playing it safe, because I feel like for you it's more of a playing it cautious than playing it safe. But they want you to stop playing it safe. With that Knight of Wands reversed, I feel like you hold back on taking chances with things, because fire can be, I keep hearing a gamble. Um, and fire can be a bit unpredictable. So it's like, following your passions and following your desires and following things like that can be very unpredictable in where it's leading. Yeah. They want you to start moving. So the Eight of Cups is coming up and the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands is definitely about movement. It's all those wands shooting forward in the traditional Rider-Waite, right? And the Eight of Cups is also leaving things behind and moving forward with things. So I feel like they definitely want you to start taking a chance and moving forward, because I feel like you kind of hold yourself back. Like I said, with things, stop. Because there's an overthinking and an over rationalization of things. Stop trying to stop playing. Essentially, I feel like it's just stop playing things safe. You need to start taking a little more chances, because that's where the opportunities are. Okay. Playing it safe, everything's blocked. When you play it safe, nothing's coming to you. Everything is turned upside down. When you start moving forward and taking some chances and taking some risks, that's when things correct themselves. And that's where I see movement happening and things coming to you. Okay. Does that make sense at all? Yeah. With the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles, it's like this very logical, rational, practical thinker. And I feel like sometimes that gets in the way of, because sometimes we're like, well, this is just reckless. This isn't worth it. This isn't worth taking a chance on, you know? And they're like, you gotta take chances to move forward with things. Otherwise, you just keep stuck, stuck. And no one wants to be stuck. So, yeah, start moving forward, start taking some chances. Um, I also feel like following your instincts, because water is intuition, but your fire is instincts. So I feel like, you know, following where you're led and not necessarily questioning it, which is really hard to do because I've even found myself doing that today. And um, so I can relate to that. But they want you to kind of just take some chances and move forward with things and not necessarily question everything. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of straightforward answers today. I don't know, the energy lately has been very straightforward. I think too, sometimes we don't want to take chances because we don't have a safety net. We don't have that safety net or that safe home underneath us to like catch us if we fall, and we're like, nope. Yeah, you're welcome. Yes, I hear you. I'm really guilty of that too, so I can relate. Hello, Ruth. Hey guys, so if you want to reading, there is a link in the pinned comments to purchase one. Queen of Wands, Page of Wands coming up for the collective. You guys, it's really a good time to nurture ourselves and connect with our inner child. Um, have some fun and play, experience things. Okay. The Queen of Wands I'm getting as like the mothering kind of energy, and then the Page of Wands is like that very explorative, enthusiastic, wants to go out, play, have fun, run around kind of energy. And this mother nurtures that. And I feel like for the collective right now, we kind of need to be nurturing that playful, fun, loving, creative energy within ourselves, um, and connecting to our inner child. When I see the queen come up, I always think nurturing, and then with the pages, they're like our inner children. So I feel like we need to kind of just connect with our inner child and have a little bit of fun and nurture that a little bit more. Okay, guys, so again, if you want a reading, there's a link in the pinned comment below, to a section in my Etsy. There's when I can talk. Leads you over to a section in my Etsy. There is multiple choices to pick from in there. There's about 4 or 5 different choices. Pick the one that works for you. Once I get your payment, I can do your questions. I think we're being pulled in. A lot of the energy lately has been really kind of go with the flow. Um, but there's been a lot of anxious and nervous energy too. Kylie, I'm good. How are you? Am I pronouncing your name right? I hope I am. That's okay, Ruth. No problem. Oh, goodness. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. Okay. Kylie, if you want a reading, there is a link in the pinned comment to purchase a reading. They are between $5 and $20 depending on which one you buy, but it takes you over to a section in my Etsy shop and you just choose whichever one you want. Once the payment goes through, I can definitely answer your questions. What was I gonna say? It's Canadian dollars. I'm in Canada, so it's all in Canadian dollars. Which I believe is actually, when you convert the Australian dollar and the US dollar to Canadian dollars, it's cheaper. I'm not sure by how much, but I know it is cheaper. My ear is like closing up on me. So yes, guys, the payments are Canadian dollars, by the way. Was doing US, but then it just became a pain in the butt to try and convert it when I had to do taxes. So Kylie, have some patience. Whoever you're waiting for is coming, but there's some obstacles that they have to overcome. So there's a karmic lessons, which is the temperance card, and then the King of Cups, which is reversed as well, which I feel like is another person coming in. It could be a love thing, could not be a love thing, could also be a friendship or reconnecting with a family member of some sort. Relationships. I know a lot of people connect cups to love, but I connect cups to relationships in general and our emotional connections to people, and we do not need to be romantic with people in order to have a romantic connection with people. So, or an emotional connection with people, sorry. We do not need to be romantic with people to have an emotional connection. But I do feel this Knight of Cups is coming in, but you need to be patient. Stop trying to force things. I feel like in terms of maybe relationships, you've been trying to force something of some sort or rush something, and they're saying stop. stop, take some time. Whoever's coming in or whoever this is, I feel like this also could be something that needs to be fixed. This person's working on things. You just got to be a little bit more patient and stop trying to push things as much as you are. Does that make sense? Cool. Kylie, you can use PayPal in the Etsy. When you go to purchase out or when you go to checkout, I'm going to say checkout for lack of better terms, there is an option to use PayPal in the Etsy, but I quit using PayPal directly because of various reasons. It was just getting too difficult. So Etsy's a lot easier right now for me. Um, but I do know there is an option to use PayPal there as well as a payment option. Pardon me, guys. I'm not really tired. I just cool, cool. Sounds good, Kylie. Hey guys, so if you're looking for readings, there's a link in the pinned comment to purchase one or get a guaranteed reading. You can ask me any question you'd like except for pregnancy or health related questions and legal questions. I can't do those. Any other questions I'm game for. If you would like a chance at a free reading, comment your name and I will be doing free readings for people I'm drawn to. The free readings are general, they're whatever comes through the cards. Bum, 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 bum. Crap, I forgot to update the software on my phone. Oops. Oh well. I'll do that when I get off live. Awesome, Kylie. Okay, so it might take a bit to come through. Hold on. There we go. Perfect. Perfect, Kylie. So what was your question, my dear? Here. My ear's so itchy. Does anybody else have like the inside of their ear that goes all itchy? It drives me nuts. I can try and answer to you. I usually pull 3 cards for the readings. So if you have 2 questions, I tend to like break it up between the 3 cards. Or try to. So I just need your questions, dear. Okay. That's not good. Okay. Kylie. You send a creative letter. No. So in terms of sending a creative letter, I would not. The Five of Swords is coming up reversed. But the Four of Swords is on the bottom reversed. And for some reason, I was getting that it could cause more conflict than what you would like, and you probably aren't going to hear back. I feel like if you were to write a letter, they would not bother responding. They just wouldn't. So in like in terms of like yes, no questions, typically an upright is a yes and a reversed is no. But sometimes I don't read it like that depending on the card. But in this case, yeah, the Six of Cups is also coming up reversed on the bottom of the deck. So I would say no. That's Six of Cups is reaching out to somebody from the past or somebody that you know. I would, yeah. I feel like if you do reach out for them, it's just going to cause, or reach out to them, it's going to cause a lot of havoc and chaos, and you're probably, like I said, I, I just feel like it's going to stay stuck in limbo, and there's going to be no response anyways. Okay. Let's see, real estate or flights. Real estate or flights. Real estate or flights. Um, okay, that's not helping me. Okay, let's do it this way then. Oh, I'll come up real estate. Should be the job real estate. Okay. What about the flight attendant? Flight center, flight attendant. I'm gonna say neither of these. Um, so the flight center isn't something that I feel like is really obtainable. Okay. So we've got the Three of Pentacles reversed, the Two of Pentacles reversed, and the Two of Swords reversed. I feel like the flight center isn't something that you're going to be able to build on or is really an attainable thing, especially with the Three of Pentacles being reversed. Um, and the other job you applied for, I feel like the Seven of Wands is coming up reversed, or the Queen, or the Seven of Swords, sorry. The Queen of Wands is coming up. The Lover's card is coming up reversed. The Eight of Wands is coming up reversed. And the Three of Swords is coming up reversed as well. So I don't see that as happening. I think that it's because there's another. So the major thing with this was the Lover's card reversed. Typically tells me that there's a. So the Lover's card has to do with making choices and decisions, and when it's reversed, that usually indicates a no in like choices or decisions. The Seven of Swords, I would say, if you ask them for feedback, it might be because there wasn't enough knowledge accumulated on the, or for the position. I feel like there's maybe something around research that needs to occur, or a little bit more. I would ask them for feedback though. If they do to turn you down, ask them for feedback so that you can learn from the situation. But I don't see it from these cards. I don't see either one of them being a very doable thing. There might be something else you're missing. So I would try looking in another direction at something else. Does that make sense? Kylie, when I pulled those other cards, my dear, just be patient. They'll return. You already had the answer to that one. I already gave it to you. Let's see if there's another option you should be looking at it, though. Not at the moment. Okay, so so the Two of Cups came out and the Two of Swords came out reversed. So the Two of Swords is like there's not something you should be focusing on in terms of your career, but I feel like that is because that's not on the forefront of your mind right now. The Two of Cups, this relationship that popped out is. And they're like, that's what's taking up your attention right now. And that's kind of what I don't want to say what needs to be dealt with, but um, that's what you're focused on. They're like, it's hard to give answers for something for when you're focused on something else. It's like sitting there trying to teach a person that's highly distracted by other things going on. So you need to get rid of that distraction and then come back and focus on the other two options. But right now, it seems like neither one of those are a really good option. Does that make sense? They just keep showing me distraction, distraction, distraction. Hopefully that makes sense. Yes, Kylie, when I pulled the King of Cups and the Temperance card reversed for you, somebody was coming back, but I said you had to be patient. Don't force it. They need to come back on their own terms. If you push it, you might end up pushing them away. Okay, so I want to explain how tarot cards work in case people aren't aware of this. So, tarot cards connect to your energy. So, when you're asking a question and you want to know about something, but your mind is not focused on that question, I will not get answers or at least clear answers to it because your mind, your thoughts, your energy is focused on something else. Okay. Um, so when you guys ask questions, make sure that you are very focused on the questions at hand because otherwise it makes it really difficult. I get very readings like that that says you're not really focused, like none of these options are good, but that's because you're not focused on them at the moment. So um, that's how tarot cards work, at least for me, anyways. I know a lot of people think it's just as simple as pulling cards, but it is not. Um, he'll be back, I'm sure. Give him some time. Okay. It's my ring. It's not tight. Hello, lonely. Okay. Not always. I'm gonna say not always. We can be obsessed with people and other people not be obsessed with us. That's totally possible. So if you guys want a reading, there is a pin link in the pinned comments to purchase one. It will take you over to a section in my Etsy that's all live readings. All you have to do is choose whichever one you want. There's options to pay with There's options to pay on Etsy with a debit card, a credit card, or PayPal. And they are between $5 to $20 depending on you and what you choose. Hello, Karen. How are you? Why did I just close that? I don't know why I just closed that. Hello, Lucky Empress. How are you? So, guys, thank you. So if anyone's looking for a reading, guys, if you have specific questions, there's a link in the comments below to purchase a reading. It'll take you over to my Etsy. There's a whole section there. So there's multiple readings you can choose from at varying prices. They range anywhere from $5 to $20. I can answer any of your questions except for legal, health, or pregnancy questions. Any other questions, I'm game for. Etsy does allow you to pay using credit card, debit, or PayPal. I think that's it. I'm in Canada, so there might be other options available to people in other countries. I don't know, but I know they told me. So, yeah, if you guys, oh, lucky, awesome. Let me pull your order up because I know. Awesome, perfect. Here we go. Okay, guys, so before I jump into this reading for Lucky, this is what I meant by the comments that show up. Sometimes they'll reply to your comments and be like, "Paul, message me. I'm drawn to you, blah, blah, blah." These aren't legit readers, okay, guys? Legit readers are not going to go into other readers' feeds and be like, have me read for you because it's disrespectful. All the hard work that they've put into building up their audience and their page, and no, you just don't do that. These are readers that, if you want to call them readers, most of them are scams, and they'll just tell you you have some sort of curse, or I have fun with them. Sometimes I play along with them, but generally they have a whole script they go by if you pay close enough attention. So, but yes. Okay, Lucky, your question. I am curious. We were right on Sunday. Things were amazing. Various distance, and I don't want to stay invested if this is an ongoing thing. Okay. Well, let me look into that for you, Lucky. I'm going to pull your question up, actually, so I don't lose your question because otherwise. Okay. I just don't get it. I don't. Okay, my dear. So, I'm getting a few different things from this. Just give me a second. Just want to grab some more cards. Okay. Some oracle cards for this. So he got close and pulled away, got close and pulled. So what you're saying is he gets close and then he pulls away, and then he gets close and he pulls away. I feel like you just hold on. Is there any advice? Any cards? Nothing. There we go. Whoa. As all my cards fumble to the ground almost. Okay. Okay, so what I'm getting, we have the Seven of Cups coming up. The Empress card in behind that is coming up. We have the Seven of Wands coming up, with the Chariot card reversed coming up. We have the Karmic Connections, which is the Six of Cups. And we have the Page of Pentacles coming up. Okay, so, and we have, for some weird reason, we have creativity. And best possible outcome is coming up reversed. This doesn't sound good. But what I'm getting is if you don't like his actions, call him out on it. I'm going to say that, okay? The Seven of Cups is saying you have options. That he is not the only option out there. You have lots of options. And there's lots of people out there who would probably want to be with you. You are an empress, okay? It's important to remember that. You're the empress and you deserve to be treated like that, okay? So if he's not going to treat you like that, not that I don't think he does, but it's weird. Anyways, if you're not liking the way you're being treated, if you don't think you're being treated like this queen or this empress, then you know that there's other options, obviously. The Seven of Wands is saying set some boundaries. Like, you have a big ego. Set some boundaries and some limits, okay? Because the Chariot card reversed, it is coming up, and that can indicate not necessarily having a direction, right? Or no move. I don't feel like it's no movement, but it's movement here, there, and everywhere without like a firm direction. Although it did come through too as it could be a little bit stuck, like just not moving at all. Like the wheels are Like the horses have just halted, right? And you don't want to get, if you feel like it's going nowhere, then that's obviously something that needs to be, um, yeah, that needs to be addressed. Okay. So I would say be clear about your expectations, be clear about boundaries and limits. Talk to him and say, like, look, if this continues, this is what's going to happen. This is going to be the result of that. Because the next thing that's coming up is the karmic connection, which is the Six of Cups. But I feel like this is the give and take. Well, if you continue going this way, there's going to be a result, right, of this. So we need to fix whatever is occurring right now so that there isn't this result, right? Stop stop acting. Tell him to stop acting. I don't know if he's acting childish, but when the page comes up, that generally is, either very immature or childish. Um, I think it needs to be emphasized that you're adults. But you definitely need to put your foot down and set some boundaries and limits and let him know like you're not gonna stand for this anymore. Okay. Let some of that fire out. The creativity card is coming out, but I feel like the creativity card is coming out in terms of fire, right? Let some of that fire out. And the thing with fire is fire signs are extremely assertive. Okay, to the point that they can come off as aggressive sometimes. They're so assertive. And I feel like that's what's kind of needed in order to make a good decision because you're going to see from whatever he decides what your choice is going to be. Does that make sense? Yep. It's time to let the fire out, my dear, and just, lay down. I'm not, and I mean, you don't have to do it in a like really, in your face kind of way, but I feel like as for lack of better terms, like you would discipline a child. The firmness is needed, saying like, look, I'm getting whiplash. Like, this whole I just can't do it. And if this is gonna go nowhere, know that I have other options that I'm not scared of, going after. It's not that I don't value the relationship, but I don't deserve this. Yeah. Directness is definitely needed. Now beware when you put your foot down, what's lying underneath this is the tower moment, so it's a do or die for him. I think that might be the rude awakening he needs though to snap him out of whatever he's doing. Right, and be like, "Oh crap, like if I don't change this." Hello me. I mean you can't. Why? Wait. It needs to be done. Oh. Like he just needs a little discipline. I love my cards some days. Hello, me. You can't stop laughing. Well, that's a good thing, I hope. I don't know. I think sometimes we just need that. Yeah, discipline. Discipline. Just needs a little discipline. I think he is still interested. I don't think he realizes what he's doing. Um, like it's kind of just like him, right? He does it. I think he just does it unconsciously. But if you can like kind of bring it up to him, it might spark it into his awareness that, wow, maybe I need to change this. I'm the same way. That happens when you're confident in yourself and people. These cards are holding nothing back tonight, though. Aquarius rising. Yeah, Aquariuses move on fast. They do. My husband's an Aquarius, and when he's done, he's done. I have never met a person who can Aquariuses can disconnect like no tomorrow. Like they're just boom. Yeah. They have no problem. As somebody who has Aquarius in the fifth house, I can totally relate to that. 'Cause I'm the same way when it comes to my dating. If I'm interested, I'm all in, but don't treat you the way that you need to be treated. Bye-bye. Yeah. Aquariuses have an ego? Never. You have an Aquarius Venus too. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Aquariuses are fixed signs. They like stability. They don't like here, there, and everywhere. If you guys have specific questions, you can purchase a reading through the link in the pinned comments. It'll take you over to a section in my Etsy. Um, and there's like I think 5 different options, 4 or 5 different options for readings over there at the moment. Just choose the one that works for you, and once your payment comes through, I can answer your questions, guys. You're welcome. I thought that was cute too. They were just like, he just needs a little discipline. So guys, if you guys have specific questions, there's links in the pinned comment, or a link, sorry, in the pinned comment that will take you over to my Etsy. There's four, four different options over there for readings. They range anywhere between $5 to $20. And I can answer your questions for you. If anybody wants a free reading, just comment your name, and if I'm drawn to you, I will pull some cards for you. But the free readings are really just for whoever my guides have messages for. They were like, if we got messages, send them through. If not, then. And it's just general stuff. Bum, bum, bum. I left my bag on the floor. So quiet tonight. I'm used to my phone blowing up when I go live. Nobody texts me through the day. And well, I can't say nobody texts me because I do. But usually everyone wants to message at night when I'm live. I don't know how that goes, but yeah. Yep, just post your name and I will pull some cards for whatever comes through. Or pull a cards, I don't know, whatever comes out. I shuffle and I read whatever comes out. We're gonna say that. So if one card comes out, I interpret one card. If five cards come out, I interpret five cards because I feel like that's just part of the message. My ears are ringing. Lupe, whatever. Am I pronouncing your name right? Okay. So whatever heartbreak you're still holding on to, you need to let it go. Okay. We have the Eight of Wands or Eight of Swords. No, Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is coming up reversed along with the Three of Swords, which is telling me that there's still some brokenheartedness, some pain, some agony, some stuff that you're holding on to that you need to release and let go of. The Eight of Wands is the card that kind of projects energy out. It represents energy moving up and on from things. When it's reversed, that energy is not moving. Okay. So you definitely need to work on releasing any hurt or pain that you are carrying around. And when wands and swords come up, you can use, you can write this out, journal it out, that kind of thing. You could do video blogs. You could write a letter to these people, or you can use the elements of fire if you connect more with fire, burn things, that kind of thing. Sabine, it's different for everybody. Everybody releases pain differently. Depends on how you hold on to it, right? Um, I know for me, I release things more through cancers do tend to stay stuck in the past. They do. I've known quite a few cancers. You guys are highly sentimental people, which isn't always a bad thing, but sometimes it can be. I keep hearing burn it off. Um, so a good way of doing it might be, if you're into exercise and fitness and that kind of thing, or even yoga, I don't know. I keep seeing a fitness regime of some sort, like going out for a walk. Yes, they do. They do. You do meditation? Well, that would work. Awesome. So, yeah, just try, I would say walk it off. Okay, so the thing with cancers is too, water's meant to move as well. So much like fire, hence why they're opposites. Um, Fire and water are opposites of each other, right? So fire is always moving and burning. Water's always flowing, right? So when water gets stagnated, it needs to flow. So I think that's why I was seeing movement and action. And so if you actually get your body physically moving, when you do the walking and stuff, if you just kind of allow those emotions to come up while you're walking and let them release them, that's going to help you because I feel like the energy, the emotional energy just needs to move. Does that make sense at all? Hopefully that makes sense. Cancers eat when they, Tauruses eat when they're depressed too. I have a Taurus moon and I comfort eat a whole lot. It's a really bad thing. I've had to watch myself with that because I like automatically go to food. But see, my moon's in Taurus, so cancers are ruled by the moon. So your moon is your emotions, and whatever sign your moon is in is typically how you deal with your emotions. And Taurus rules agriculture and food and things we put into our body and things we value. So yeah, I totally get it. Cancers like to eat because they like to take care of people. So they're like, it's a nurturing thing for them. Awesome. Okay, guys. So if anybody's wanting a reading, all you gotta do, if you have specific questions, guys, there's a link in the pinned comment to purchase a reading. They are between $5 and $20. They're over my Etsy, but Etsy does take credit cards, Visa, credit cards, debit, and PayPal. So I've had a few people ask if they can pay using PayPal, so it does work through there as well. And like I said, they're between $5 and $20. You can ask me any question you want, and I can answer it as long as it's not health related, which does include pregnancy or anything to do with legal stuff. Um, those I can't answer. If you guys want a free reading or want a chance at a free reading, if I'm drawn to you, all you gotta do is comment your name, and if I feel pulled to you, I will pull some cards. Yes, you definitely need to let go of all the blocks. Okay. So, Bean, you were asking about writing a letter to everyone that's hurt you. Um, I would not write a letter to everyone. So let me pull your question up here. So when it comes to releasing emotional pain, it is better to do one person at a time because you need to release that specific pain. It's like you can't kind of do an all-in-one shot because it typically won't work as well. You could, but I don't think it would work as well. In my experience, it works better when you focus on one person at a time because then you can release that specific pain to that specific person instead of trying to do a general, just release. Oh, no, no, no. I was actually just going to do you. But so, did that sometimes if it resonates with you though, take it, guys, because even if it's not for you, it's for you. Um, Sometimes some messages need to be heard by multiple people. That's okay. Okay, Sabine, I'm gonna pull some cards for you. This one's for you. Wow. Okay. So we have the Hierophant coming up. This is a card that fell out for you, my dear. So make sure that you are following your values and staying true to you and your values, your principles, your beliefs. Okay? Don't bend your beliefs for people. Don't bend your values for people. I like to say you only live life once, right? And when we're living it to please everybody else instead of ourselves, we miss out on living our own lives. So, make sure that you're following your own values and your own beliefs, and that you're not living life for somebody else. Does that make sense? I feel like especially with this card because it's almost like that sheriff's like over his shoulder trying to whisper sweet nothings in his ears. At least that's a vibe I get off of that card in this deck, anyways. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Sean, who needs to message you? Well, sometimes soulmates can be, people can be our soulmates, but the okay. So now everybody is different. So my understanding of soulmates is very different from most people. So a lot of people kind of view soulmates as the people that they're supposed to be with for the rest of their life, or that one person they're supposed to be with for the rest of their life. For me, soulmates are the people that we reincarnate with for a purpose. So there's twin flames, there's soul mates, and there's soul groups, right? Soul groups are the group of people or a group of souls that incarnate at the same time to do a purpose or serve a purpose, right? They have a strict purpose for being here. And they all incarnate for that reason. And a lot of times when we come into contact with these people, these are our soulmates. But soulmates teach us things as well. So, you know, and sometimes soulmates aren't forever. Sometimes they come in and they teach us a lesson that our soul needs to learn, and then they move on, right? Um, my guides are saying to emphasize the fact, and I know this is going to sound weird, and I hope there's no Aussies that are going to take offense to this, or even Brits, because I do love you guys. But if you go to Australia, if you go to Britain, right, they call their friends their mates. So when you think of soul mates in that sense, they're like it's a soul friend. And sometimes friends aren't for lifetimes. I don't know why they told me to bring that up, but they did. So again, if there's any Aussies or Brits watching this, guys, I'm so sorry. Please don't be offended. I think they were putting the emphasis on the context of the word. Sometimes that's how they help you. Oh my goodness. My water's all gone. Cool, cool. I'm glad that that made sense. They have me bring up random things sometimes. I don't know why. Well, you could be, but I mean, I think people are together as long as they choose to stay together, but sometimes too, like, we stay with people longer than we should. Or you find other ways to bring other people in. Why is my phone? Some people are meant for lifetimes, other people are meant for a season. And you'll know the difference. Yeah, it can get confusing. I get it. No, you do not have a great message for her because I am going to block your ass right now. Yep. Bye-bye. But yes, my understanding is a lot of people confuse twin flames with soulmates. Twin flames are the other half of your soul, so to speak. They're really not the other half of their soul. They're just somebody who mirrors your own energy back at you in all ways, which can sometimes be good and sometimes be bad, depending on whether you're ready to deal with that or not. So, twin flames is like somebody with the complete opposite energy of you in all ways. If you guys have specific questions, there's a link in the pinned comment to purchase a reading. They're between $5 to $20, depending on what you want to pay. Just pick the one you want, and we can go from there. Once your payment comes through, I can answer your questions. I don't do legal or health questions, and health questions do include pregnancy. If you guys want a free reading, comment your name, and if I'm drawn to you, I will pull some cards for you. I need some more water. Hello, LP. So if you have a question, there is a link in the pinned comment to purchase a reading, guys. If you just want me to pull a general reading for you, then comment your name, and if I'm drawn to you, I will pull some cards for you. Or a card. Cards, card, whatever comes through. Sometimes it's one card, sometimes it's multiple cards. What am I to keep? I am going to butcher your names. So how about we just we're going to pull you up and I am just yeah. We'll see what cards come out for you. Cuz I don't yeah, that one can fly in. The Justice card. I like to call this a karma card, but I don't like to call this a karma card. So the Justice card is coming up for you. What is given out will be returned, is what I'm getting. And this isn't just for you, this is for people in your life as well when it comes to your personal life, the people who have affected your personal life, friends, family, that kind of thing. They've treated you bad, that's coming back. If they've treated you good, that's coming back. If you've treated other people good, that's coming back. If you've treated other people in a negative way, that's going to come back too. But I feel like justice. And justice is like cause and effect, right? It's like consequences of our choices and our actions as well. So pay attention to the actions you are doing and really think about the consequences they will have. Because again, what you put out is going to come back, right? In one way or another. So if you put something out with a negative intention, it could have a negative consequence to it, okay? Everything has a cause and effect. So just now's the time to be really consciously aware of what effect you are having on other people. But I feel like other people who have wronged you, justice is also coming in for you. That makes sense. You're welcome. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna jump off because it seems to be quiet and I've almost been on for 2 hours and I have been up since 5 o'clock this morning and it's almost midnight now. And so I need to get some sleep, apparently. But I will be back on Thursday, possibly. We'll see how that goes. I have orientation on Thursday for a new job. So, depending on how much energy I have at the end of that, we'll see. But I hope you guys all have an awesome couple days, and hopefully I'll be able to make it back on Thursday to do some readings for you guys. If you've not followed my page on Facebook or subscribed to my YouTube channel, please feel free to do so you guys can make sure you catch the lives when I am on. And I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your night or day whenever you're watching this. Take care, guys. Bye.